Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of this year's devcom NRW Indie Expo Let's Plays. That is such a long word. With me today is André Bernhard, our very much loved indie advisor, and Jörg Reisig from Anomaly Studios, who is a participant of this year's devcom NRW Indie Expo.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah. Welcome, Jörg.
Hello. Hello and welcome also from me. Short hello. Good to see you all again. Good to see you as well, Jörg, as well as Astrid. And we are eager to play your game, Jörg.
Yeah. What game do we play? It's called the Fermi Paradox.
You know what? I would just start playing, and you guys can have a chat in the meanwhile.
Okay, let's
sounds like a fair deal.
Bring it on.
Okay.
It's always good to have Skype calls in Berlin, from Berlin and to Nuremberg as well. But Jörg, tell us a little bit about Anomaly Games. I guess you are the founder, but it's not only you who made this game, right?
Yeah, so I didn't make this game alone. I worked for a while on this game alone, but at some point a couple of really nice people joined me, and then we decided to make a company called Anomaly Games. And we are a small indie studio in Berlin. We're based at the Saftladen Game Collective. We're a couple of people. It's me, it's Teresa Schlag, it's Leslie Dean, it's Anna Grinenko, it's Niv Spiegel. We have also a big bunch of our musician, Mona Moore. We have a big writer pool on writers who help us on the game, a bit bigger names there in the English-speaking world. There's Cara Allison, there's Jana van Guest, there is Brian Mitsoda, there is Jidija.
Yeah, we only have 20 minutes.
Yeah, lot of people. So small studio, but with a couple of freelancers. So the team is quite big.
Okay.
But how many people are in the core team? Sorry for just jumping in.
2 to 4-ish, depending on what we have to do at the moment. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So what is the game about? You are the Galactic Gardener.
Yep, that's me. I'm the Galactic Gardener.
Yeah, Galactic Gardener. What is the Galactic Gardener? We'll have to do in the game. So in a very short description, the game is about that alien civilizations that are far away in different stars in the galaxy to make contact with each other. But instead of like a normal strategy game, like space strategy game, where you would have like one civilization on a planet that slowly conquers the galaxy, you are what we call the Galactic Gardener. So you are some entity that observes the galaxy from far away. And your goal is that these civilizations survive and make contact with each other. That is harder than it sounds, because in our game, civilization is a fragile thing. So civilizations can fall apart easily, be it by war or by natural catastrophes or resource waste or climate change, all these things, and then later levels even by like killer robots or stuff like this. And our it's kind of a god game, because you're not having like one faction in the galaxy that you try to become like the best, but you have to actually care for as many as you can. and with this, it's has a very different like aspect on it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I actually choose on which galaxy I want to start, or is it like
it's a random galaxy?
It's random.
And it has like always kind of the same planets in it. And if you click down at the evolution event then
we do?
Then your first life is formed in the galaxy.
What
but
do
you
they
can't.
get?
That you will see when you press. The planet's called Rigel, apparently, and Rigel has 3 very unique aliens that could evolve there. Ooh.
Let me see.
So it's
So I
not
can
the-
have a balanced species, standard, unbalanced. So since I'm here with you, and you can certainly give me some tips, do you think it's worth to invest some synthesis right now at that point?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go full balanced species. So this is the unbalanced species, and the balanced species is quite cool. It's like a furry fish that lives under the ice.
Okay, cool.
It costs you our space god points, our synthesis, and if you low on these points, then you can do some. You can't do some of the, let's say, better decisions in the game until you accumulated more of these points again. And if now something really bad would happen to this civilization, you may be in trouble. So you have like a good starting condition, but you can't react that well to like catastrophes or something like this, or can't choose like really, really good options.
Oh, there happened something. Let's see.
Yeah.
So it's not the typical 4X game, I would say, where it's about mastering your own civilization. No, but it's, I mean, keeping them all in shape somehow to make it to the next level. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of jokingly call it the reverse of 4X. So minus 4X, I don't know.
That's a nice genre. Minus 4X.
Minus 4X, reverse 4X. I don't know. Because it's everything that you do in 4X, you kind of try to prevent here. So if one species doesn't expand too much, extinguish too much, exterminates too much, then it will kill all your other species, and that won't be good for you. So your goal is to keep as many as possible species alive. Also, that's the second part. That first you have to protect the species from themselves, that they don't like start a nuclear war and just wipe each other out. But in the second you have to prevent that other species build spaceships, come to the neighborhood planet, and just bomb everything to ashes. And that is so you for one you look that you don't start wars and have big catastrophes, but at some point you want to have a like very more ethical civilizations exploring space. Otherwise, you would come into a lot of trouble.
Can I actually influence catastrophes? Because I might have played a little bit before, and I might have experienced like, a catastrophe. Like, I don't know, it was raining fire and stuff. So would there have been any way to prevent that happening?
So it's more you are a very passive god. So you can't choose which kind of events are happening, but you can't choose the outcome. And for especially drastic events, the prevention outcome would be quite high. So
it's expensive.
Yeah. So if you spend everything already, then you can't prevent something in the next couple of rounds.
Then it might happen that 99% of your population get extinct.
Yeah, so it's what we wanted to do in the game that they have venomous animals. What we want to do in the game is that you often have like some kind of chance that a civilization can survive, but it's for here you can't prevent now that venomous animals are killing people, but you can go for the middle way. And if you do, if you have like a big volcanic catastrophe or so, then it could be that all humans or all space fish die out on this planet. But you can also have like one option where like a small percentage survives at some corner of the planet and then slowly repopulates the world.
Mm-hmm. Very slowly, to be very exact. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's a massive amount of text within the game, or I mean, all these events all the text need to be written. What's the rough word count?
We add more and more text on the run. So I think I'm not sure what the current word count is, or your new tech level. But we will in the end have like something about 500,000 words.
Wow.
Which is 2 Harry Potters also.
Yeah. So it will only be English, I guess, or it's only available in English.
For now, definitely. We will. We are in early access. That is probably important to say. So we just started our early access. We are like a month in. We want to also stay like kind of a year in early access, and when then like all features are in, all texts are written. Also, we rewrote stuff that we are not happy with. So then it makes sense to start any kind of translation. I mean, we are a studio based in Germany, so it would be quite nice to have actually a German German localization, but that's something we decide at the end of early access if we go for that or not, because it's a lot of texts, and also if you look at the text, they are kind of procedurals, so like a lot of variables in the text are exchanged depending on your former decisions or depending what species you have, and that will be not as trivial to localizate then. But yeah, something we do in a year and not now.
Mm-hmm. So let's say a little war is happening on my planet. These are the 3 options. I can choose peace, I can, have a regular conflict, or a total war. That's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
That's a bit dramatic, but if you look at history, a lot of quite dramatic stuffs happen. So the wars, that's also a nice aspect of the game. There are like big wars happening, but most of these wars are like more internal wars of the civilization itself. So like humanity fighting with each other. So you actually don't get much out of it. Sometimes you maybe have like a problem with resources or huge population, and then you maybe are tempted to start a huge war that would kill like a lot of people, but it has so many other negative side effects that most of the time you want to prevent the war. Yeah.
But I mean, I got the mechanic now every time. I mean, you won't play it on the safe side if you always take like the best decision in crowd, because sometimes you have to make the bad decision to be able to counter the world-changing bad events.
That's true too. Sometimes you have the feeling, there is.
I got a new evolution.
Yeah. More aliens in your galaxy. on Gliese.
Simple tools. Let's see what's coming now. After having a furry fish, I'm open for everything. I mean, I guess I will go for a standard species now because I don't have
the points. That's the
So what is it?
You should have started Total Wars.
Yeah.
How would have it looked like? I should have started Total War. Yeah, next time.
Yeah. And you can't pick the balanced species. The balanced species would look like this. Oh, it's not visible. This alien. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Let's see what you're showing now.
Okay. What was first, the game or your tattoo?
First the tattoo, and I made a whole game around the tattoo. No, I made when we went early access. I gave myself a birthday present because I mean I'm working for like 5 years on this thing. Then
crazy, yes, yeah.
Then it's been a while, but yeah, now we are out on Steam. People are buying the game, like the game, and it seems to work out. You have monotheism on your planet now.
I mean, how many is there? Could you say something about the replay time or the playthrough time? I mean, how much time do I need to sink in the game to really see like all different kind of religions and events to?
So I mean, we are just in the start of early access. So replayability is. I mean, I have players who play this like 10 times in a row and are still happy about everything. Most players are like, okay, after 2-3 playthroughs, they saw most of the things. I mean, there are 12 different aliens. There are like, I don't know, I think at least 400 events in there at the moment. And there's a couple of different outcomes to the main ending, but some people play through the entire game in 2 hours. But if you take a bit time and look at read the text and stuff like this, it's more like 4 or 5 hours, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's depending on like your play style a bit. It's a much for a strategy game. It has a much shorter play time, which was also intended for like, I don't know, the people who like Civilization and Stellaris and whatever, but don't have time.
Don't have the time for one more turn. I totally understand that.
Yeah. Like, and I love all these games, but sinking 100 hours into a single playthrough is.
Sorry, tattoos.
Yeah, because they're very artistic.
Yeah.
That is my artistic population.
Very good. Yeah, these cute armadillo bugs.
I mean, look at them. Of course, they have to be artistic.
Yeah. But before we run out of time, what is the Fermi Paradox about? Where does the name come from?
Oh, yeah. Normally we start with that. Yeah. Okay. The Fermi Paradox. The Fermi Paradox is an actual scientific paradox called the Fermi Paradox by some guy called Enrico Fermi back when they built nuclear bombs and stuff. Was a physicist who kind of brought up the theory that our galaxy is so big, has so many stars in it, and probably also so many planets in it that are similar to Earth. And these planets are much, much, much older than our sun, because or Earth. So statistically, it's very probable that alien life already exists somewhere in the galaxy, and also that it already existed like a really, really long time ago. And if you calculate like even the slowest form of space travel or communication, there's a lot of later in the game you can send out like radio signals, and they travel to the galaxy and stuff like this, and then you can receive these signals and try to answer them. The paradox is okay. We as a young Earth should a long time ago had alien visitors or received some kind of signal. Why isn't that? Why didn't we? And then there's like a lot of ideas to that. And one of the more darker ideas is that as soon as civilization is capable of sending radio waves or building spaceship, it's also capable of destroying itself. It's like the entire planet, and that they apparently always do. And so that only for a very short time space travel and radio waves are possible. And this game is a bit like this. So you can send out a radio wave, but maybe afterwards your civilization blows themselves up, and then you have to maybe you manage to still build a spaceship with a different civilization, go find the alien ruins or something like this.
Beautiful outlook for our life here on Earth, as we just discovered space travel and radio transmissions.
Yeah, and very well on the way to destroy everything. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
That can be the last word for today. Like, destroy everything. Yay! Yeah. Which brings us, unfortunately, already to the end because our time is up.
Thank you for having me, and
thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I guess it's time to say goodbye again.
Bye.
Yeah. Talk to you soon. Bye bye,
Jörg.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Astrid.
Yeah. Ciao ciao.